All righty, everybody. Let's get this rodeo started. So we got our mascots rallying the troops. Remember, this is for the third place bragging rights. This is our grudge match consolation. We're going to see who's got the business, the good stuff. Get us going. Remember, one whistle gets the skaters underway, two get the jammers going. Jammers, they're the ones who score points.
That is Twisted Halo wearing the star for the Unholy Rollers up against the unstoppable force that Thunder Kitten has been this season, jamming for the Quad Squad. All right, Thunder Kitten's the first out of the pack legally. She is your lead jammer.
Pack doing a nice job holding things together. No one has real control at this point as far as balance of powers goes. Looks like Green is trying to hold that inside line, make it a little bit more difficult for Twisted Halo to come through. Gets pushed out, does not pass on the outside. Very smart idea. She is able to get past.
That's 5 points for Thunder Kitten, taking a grand slam by lapping Twisted Halo. 5 points for the Quad Squad.
Got the Quad Squad is at 5 points. They're the score on the left-hand side. Right-hand side is going to be the Unholy Rollers. They're going to be on your right-hand side. So as we can see, remember, it's not the first one off the line. It's the first one through the pack. Jenny Knoxville tries to take the outside, gets held up a little bit. Somebody, I believe, major back block on Tammy Faye Undertaker, number 700 for the Unholy Rollers. She is being sent wide around to the penalty box.
Goldie Mean was doing a great job staying on Jenny Knoxville, the Quad Squad jammer, but once they were out of the engagement zone, Knoxville took lead jam for the Quad Squad.
Trying to see again, pack holding together very well, making it very difficult. The tighter they are, the more they cluster up, the more difficult it is for the jammers to get through. So we're going to see if there's going to be an opportunity. Heavy Metal being held up at the back by Kit Schickers, going into defensive mode, trying to hold Jenny Knoxville back. Kit Schickers then switches back, making sure she is not going to get the opportunity. Very well played. Heavy Metal got stuck to the inside, held up, did not enter around. Remember, if you pass out of bounds, you get in a little bit of trouble if they knock you out.
Knoxville takes another scoring pass with a grand slam as she laps Heavy Metal for the Unholy Rollers. She's getting a lot of really great help from her pack. I see Buzz Tightrear working in the back of the pack. That is Alligator, Slim Skady, and Kit Schickers holding up the front of the pack there. Nice work, Quad Squad pack. They got Jenny Knoxville through again. Another grand slam.
Keep it on, keep it on. 15 points right now for the Quad Squad. Unholy's at 0 still. Heavy Metal trying to make her big pass. Lots of green right there if she can get around. Unfortunately, no one able to assist her at this point. Looks like Goldie Mean trying to get up into position. Not able to do it. Looks like there was no pack for a moment. Eddie Lizard called that she's able to get through. Did not score any points. 4 more for the Quad Squad. Taking them up to 19 points right now.
The Quad Squad managed to keep Heavy Metal in the pack for that whole jam.
It's my favorite part of the song. What?
All right, I see Tango de Muerte wearing the star for the Unholy Rollers against Thunder Kitten jamming for the Quad Squad.
Nice sturdy pack out there for both teams currently. Trying to see for a moment there was no pack. Reverend Wright decides there is enough. Remember, the pack is the largest group of skaters as long as both teams are represented. If it's too split up, there is no pack. You cannot make contact with the jammer.
All right, Unholy Rollers take the lead jam. That is Tango de Muerte, thanks to a lot of help from their pivot, Mac the Knife.
Trying to see both of the jammers through at this point. Deciding to call it off. Sometimes when it gets to a foot race, it is not worth the effort. better to take advantage. She gets to call the jam off. She is the lead jammer. Looks like the points are going to hold. 19 points for the Quad Squad. Unholy's at 0 still. Also, if you have children here tonight, please keep an eye on them. If they're running around, they will be sold. If we have to warn you, that's all you're going to get one time. Second time, they will be asked to leave. Probably because you're their parents, you'll have to go too. If you have kids, they can play underneath the flag area. Send your kids there.
All right, Goldie Mean was the first jammer to make it out of the pack, but it looks like she is not lead jammer due to a minor penalty blocking with the forearms.
It happens.
That has Jenny Knoxville fighting at the front of the pack against Blanche Devereaux, Wild Berry Punch, and Detour.
Again, no one has real control of the pack. Moving at the front, nice come across from Detour, getting a piece of Jenny Knoxville. Not enough quite to slow her down. Jenny Knoxville can continue as Detour did go out of bounds, ironically.
Lots of recycling by the red at the front of the pack. They've managed to keep Jenny Knoxville behind them.
Try to fight back up.
See what Alligator Kit Shickers can make happen at the front of the pack. And lead jammer Jenny Knoxville calls it off. Looks like the Unholies took 4 points in that last lap. They're on the board now. Quad Squad 19, Unholy Rollers 4. 23 and a half minutes left to go. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Let's hear from the Unholy Rollers fans. Who's here for the Quad Squad? That is Magic Missile and Roxy Moxie wearing the jammer stars for both of their teams. These are two of the highest scoring jammers that we've had, rookie jammers that we've had this season. Roxy Moxie leads the rookies in most jams played, while Magic Missile leads the rookies in most lead jams. Roxy Moxie is your lead jammer for the Quad Squad. She is currently the top scoring rookie in all of Mal Rollin' Dolls. We'll see what she can do with lead jammer right now. Looks like Unholy Rollers jammer Magic Missile is being sent to the penalty box for a major penalty for cutting the track.
Ooh, bad timing, unfortunately, for the Unholy Rollers, as they are now going to have to start the next jam completely without the jammer. Of course, Magic Missile being sent to the box, she is going to have to continue after 1 minute, but that's going to give Thunder Kitten a full power jam situation, especially with a lead of about 15 points. Thankfully, it is early on in the game for both these teams.
Looks like both team packs are short by one skater in the penalty box. Slim Skatey, Alligator, and Buzz Tightrear are going to do their best to make the most of this power jam as the Unholy Rollers jammer Magic Missile pays out her 1 minute penalty in the box.
All right, Thunder Kitten getting a good advantage. Hello Sailor, the last little bit of red out there. Nice bit of a move. She's able to get around Slim Skatey with a little bit of a push. Trying to get her up and through. Lead jammer, of course, that is Thunder Kitten. Right now, Unholy Rollers just trying to maintain a bit of a slow pack speed. Reverend Wright calling it right about the bulk of the middle as being the pack, trying to see how defensively Unholy Rollers are going to change.
All right, looks like Goldie Mean and Tango de Muerte were successful in pushing Thunder Kitten out of bounds temporarily, but not for long. She takes a grand slam, four point scoring pass, and calls it off.
It looks like there was a ref called it off for a safety issue. Looks like quite possibly something might have flown off of Thunder Kitten's skates, bearing a bolt perhaps. Everybody checking their wheels, no one sure who it came. I like little Miss Josie skating, she was checking them. Just in case, gotta be sure. So it looks like there's still gonna be a power jam situation for Team Green right now.
Quad Squad's up to full strength pack again. I see Cyborg, Kit Shickers doing their best. They help Lil Misbehavin' take lead jam, ladies and gentlemen. They're mixing it up already with Jean Benet Slamsy and Wildberry Punch wearing the pivot stripe. Magic Missile, jammer for the Unholy Rollers, comes out of the penalty box and clears her first lead pass. She's not lead jammer, but she's ready to start scoring.
Nice bit of holding on there. She was trying really hard. Little Miss Behavior was right in that crease. Rita Slayworth was not going to let her up. Unfortunately, it looks like she draws the major for an elbow violation. So now, Team Green in the penalty box. Magic Missile, power jam.
Magic Missile took a nice whip off Rita Slayworth's hips to get around that last lap, and now she quite handily takes another, how many points? 5 points for Magic Missile and the Unholy Rollers.
Trying to close that gap, 10 points right now. Remember, on the left, 23 points. That's the Quad Squad.
That's Roxy Moxie getting sent to the penalty box major for blocking outside of the engagement zone.
Absolutely, 20-foot rule. You cannot make contact. She also was able to kind of hold the jammer up. She still was impeding progress after 20 feet to the side of the penalty box. Pretty much the same kind of issue right there. Runs up along the back side of Cyborg.
Great work by Magic Missile staying up against Kit Schickers and Cyborg. Nice work.
Looks like Jean-René Slamsy going to be sent outside. Not quite sure. All kinds of crazy whistles going on here. Especially consolation third place bounce.
Looks like the Unholy Rollers have got a full penalty box starting this jam off. Their jammer Magic Missile is paying off another penalty. So that leaves Twisted Halo and Tango de Muerte to do their best. Despite all their efforts, Thunder Kitten takes lead jam for the Quad Squad once again. Looks like the Unholy Rollers have been joined by Rita Slayworth, finished up her penalty and helping take control of the front of the pack.
Indeed, Twisted Halo going to be sitting down to the penalty box. Looks like a full box right now for Team Red. Green with a very strong advantage, trying to take advantage of it indeed. En masse, trying to get a little bit of a push behind the two for Team Red, who are doing a fantastic job of speeding up. Could not get enough, though, as Thunder Kitten passes along the inside. Picks up a 5-point grand slam. Plenty of time left.
You can see the Quad Squad trying to take control here. Once again, they get Thunder Kitten through for another grand slam scoring pass. The Quad Squad can thank Hopscotch, Roxy Moxie, Thrill Show, and Road to Hell for Thunder Kitten's success in this exciting power jam.
Trying to see now that we've got the jammer back in for the Unholy Rollers. Getting up, caught up through the middle. Roxy Moxie is at that point. Thrill Show trying to get a little bit of a pusher on that inside. Thunder Kitten tries to come up, make contact. Nice bit of an adjustment. Tango de Muerte sees her coming, moves to the outside, is able to hold her back. Pack slowing greatly at this point.
That's Hopscotch, Roxy Moxie, and Thrill Show doing their best to hold Magic Missile back until they got that end of engagement zone warning. And Thunder Kitten calls the jam after adding another Grand Slam scoring pass to the Quad Squad's total. Quad Squad 41, Unholy Rollers 24, and just under 16 minutes left in this half. That's right.
That's right, folks. Want to remind you, we're going to have a, dare I say, interesting halftime. Want to remind you, officials at MadRollandDolls.com.
All right, the championship finals bout has begun. That's Mouse jamming for the Unholy Rollers against Darling Nikki wearing the star for the Vaudeville Vixens in hot pink. See both packs spread out the pack. Darling Nikki is the first one through. She is your lead jammer for the Vaudeville Vixens. Looks like Pivot Chop Susie got sent to the penalty box on that first pass. So the Vixens have a short pack. I see Nefarious, Inigo Destroya, Stevie Knox. Darling Nikki takes 2 points and calls it the old jam it and cram it. That's what Smart Derby looks like. 2 points, Vaudeville Vixens. Resdall's at 0 after our first jam. Sorry. Hi. Charlie Hustle jamming for the Reservoir Dolls against Major Kuzinaki, Sec 9 for the Vaudeville Vixens. Vixens still have a short pack as Chop Susie pays off the rest of her penalty. That's Skinner, Peter Panties, and Dolly Pardon Me holding Charlie Hustle back. Not for long. Charlie Hustle is the first jammer through, however, she is not your lead jammer. Major Kuzinaki, lead jammer for the Vaudeville Vixens.
Trying to get back around. Remember, this is all the marbles. This is for bragging rights for the whole season. So it's going to be a very smart game. We're going to see some fantastic derby. Looks like the jam indeed was called. No real points are going to go up. Vixens, I believe, are going to hold at 2.
I see Stank Girl wearing the star for the Reservoir Dolls against Ninja for the Vaudeville Vixens. Stank Girl, first one through, takes the lead jam. Thanks to her pack, Jean Lane, Busta Crimes, Lady Hoo-Ha. Oh, and Little Bo Bleep is pivoting for those Reservoir Dolls. Oh, Ninja's about to take the inside line, take the big hit from Busta Crimes on the inside. Recycles to the back of the pack. Chop Susie returns from her paying her penalty, getting a nice good sit block on Stank Girl with Tipsy backing her up.
Nice bit of maneuvering still. Chop Susie holding up with Tipsy Velvet. Stank Girl finally getting around Tipsy. Now Chop's going to be that last line if she can continue. Though full minute left.
Looks like those Res Dolls. I see Busta Crimes working over the Ninja pretty hard, holding her back. For that, Busta Crimes is going to the penalty box. Was that a high block? Blocking above the neck? I didn't see the signal. Lady Hoo-Ha and Bleep try to hold back Ninja in the front. She fights her way through. Stank takes a 4-point scoring pass. Stank Girl calls it off for the Reservoir Dolls. 4 points Reservoir Dolls, 2 points Vaudeville Vixens. Or these are nose too. Wait. Yeah. No, I haven't read it. Darling Nikki and Mouse are wearing the stars for their teams. Looks like Darling Nikki cuts through on the inside line, takes lead jam for the Vaudeville Vixens. Mouse gets through right behind her. Slowed down by Flute Loop, Velma, and Mustang with the help of Dolly Pardon Me. Res Dolls have a 1 skater short pack right now. Darling Nikki calls the jam off, taking another 2 points. Tie game, 4-4. Championship bouts are won 1 point at a time, roller derby fans. I think you can expect to see more very smart roller derby as we've seen so far. We've got Ace S. Wild up against Charlie Hustle jamming for the Reservoir Dolls. Res Dolls still have a bit of a short pack, and the Vaudeville Vixens pack is at full strength right now.
If you think you may have won a silent auction prize, claim it. We're going to read the list of names in just a minute. But if you think you're a winner, head down. Maybe you can beat the crowd. Pick up your silent auction prize. Pack doing a nice job, kind of hold at the front. Nice bit of a split right there as they're trying to maneuver. Lots of speed, not a surprise from either of these teams. As we can see, free pass right there. Charlie Hustle gets through. Lead jam currently 4-4. You know, it's a tight game when you're about 7 minutes in and you're at 4-4.
I see a swarm of pink surrounding Charlie Hustle there. Chop Susie, Stevie Knox, Indigo, Destroya, and Lolcat are not able to slow Charlie Hustle down. She takes a 4-point pass for the Reservoir Dolls. 8 to the Vaudeville Vixens, 4 points.
Want to thank, of course, our front lobby and box office people, the people that you just never see because they're way up in the front helping you get in. Boxy, the box officer. Of course, our ticket manager, Epic, Foul, Chelsea Danger, Mr. Cluck, also known as Mr. Yuck, Monsieur Chuck Luck, and always Scott and Brad, Merrick, the Merrick brothers. I see you boys lurking right now. Finally get to watch some game. I'm really glad you could come on down. Want to thank the Merrick brothers. They've been taking the tickets for years. Glad they get to see a little bit of roller derby action.
Dutch Oven jamming for the Res Dolls. Major Kusanagi for the Vaudeville Vixens. Major takes the inside line and takes lead jam for the Vaudeville Vixens. That was Mustang and Tipsy Velvet holding Dutch Oven back at the front of the pack as they got broken up by Jean Lane, Rosetta Stone, and Kaiser Susie for the Res Dolls. Unable to stop Major Kusanagi. 4 points for the Vaudeville Vixens. We have a tie game again.
You gotta love that. Want to thank the Alliant Energy Center for making this all possible. Thank you to the Alliant Energy Center.
Darling Nikki jamming for the Vaudeville Vixens against Mouse for the Reservoir Dolls.
Mouse with a bit of an early bump, trying to get held up by Mustang, not quite able to hold her. Mouse is out in front as she is your lead jammer. Advantage, Team Black and White.
Mouse leads the Reservoir Dolls in most lead jams, most points scored, and she also has the highest plus-minus differential for her team. Not to mention that she's one of the most accomplished jammers that the league has ever had. She seems to hit a milestone in every bout, and here she takes a grand slam for the Reservoir Dolls. 5 more points for Mouse and her pack. Shenanigans, Sproutin' a Tail, Busta Crimes, and Little Bo Bleep very effectively holding Darling Nikki back as a solid wall at the front of the pack.
At 5 points up for the Reservoir Dolls. Remember, if you're looking at the big scoreboard, left-hand side. Left-hand side is the Reservoir Dolls. Right-hand side is going to be the Vaudeville Vixens.
2 more points for Mouse. That brings the Res Dolls to 15. The Vaudeville Vixens at 8. And I have a shout out for you, Mouse. Mouse, you rock. We're proud of you. Love Papa Mouse and Mama Mouse.
Ever vigilant. Also a volunteer firefighter, and thank you for doing that. That's very important work. We really appreciate the safety of the community.
Charlie Hustle jamming against Chop Susie in hot pink. 2 full-strength packs. Working some pretty savvy defense on both the jammers right now. And Charlie Hustle, lead jam for the Reservoir Dolls. Montana Slamma stayed on her as long as she could through the engagement zone. She got that warning sign and had to let Charlie Hustle go.
Trying to see a nice bit of a shove to the inside for our pivot, the Heat. Trying to figure out how to get through the referees to get back into the pack action. Right in time for the jam to be called. Looks like the Reservoir Dolls, they are going to add 3 points. They're going to bump up to 18 to now have a 10-point advantage a little bit early on in the game. Want to make sure we thank the Glass Nickel Pizza Company. Yeah, they give great food, great times at the Glass Nickel.
Major Kusanagi starring for the Vaudeville, jamming for the Vaudeville Vixens, takes lead jam. Stevie Knox and Mustang holding back Rosetta Stone, Resdal's jammer at the front of the pack, as Sprout Natal tries to break them up to help her jammer through. In the meantime, Kaiser, Suze, Dutch Oven, and Claire Path work on holding Major Kusanagi back.
Pack again has a nice speed. Nobody has specific control of it. That's good sign of defense for both teams. Trying to slow it down and get their jammer through. Major Kusanagi realizes her opponent's coming up quick. Decides to call it before she can get some. 3 points. Going to bump them to 11. Going to give them the opportunity to see if they can build with 18 left to go. I want to thank Greenleaf Media. If you like our website, you can thank Greenleaf. Check out our website, madrollandolls.com. You can link to all of our sponsors, of course, information about becoming potentially a skater or even a referee or a volunteer. Something to be said for volunteering, isn't there? You could end up looking like us.
That's Chop Susie wearing the star in hot pink up against Mouse, cheering for the Reservoir Dolls. Mouse takes a hip whip off Peyton Mansfield's belt to take lead jam for those Reservoir Dolls.
Chop Susie is indeed through. She's got a lot of ground to make up for. It looks like Ninja going around outside. She is going to be sitting in the penalty box. Blazing speed from our pack. Jammers have really got their work cut out from the cut up. Looks like Anya Nees was trying to make a bit of a block. I think she paid the price but was able to get back up.
Darling Nikki and Dolly Pardon Me formed a strong wall up there, holding back Mouse only to be broken up by Busta Crimes. They still managed to get Chop Susie through for 4 points. Mouse takes another 3 points on that pass for the Reservoir Dolls. Res Dolls 21, Vaudeville Vixens 15, and just under 17 minutes to go in this first period of the championship bout for Mad Rollin' Dolls 2011, our 7th season. Let me hear it, ladies and gentlemen, right now.
As we see Charlie Hustle up against Ace S. Wild, number 13. A little bit of a light pack as we see some in the penalty box for the Vaudeville Vixens trying to regroup. Ace S. Wild gets a bit of a push. Stank Girl holds her up. She gets back into the action. Whistler almost gets taken on very wisely.